Hey guys, I hope you guys are doing all right. This is Microphone Internet, India Miller, and I'm just coming to you guys to talk about different. So, this is number 2 of our videos, and we're talking about different, meaning, okay, I'm gonna break down some things. One thing I've noticed in my life, I am 39 years old, and one thing I have to notice is that sometimes we tend to date people out of our lead. Did I say lead or league? I don't know. I think it's league. I don't know. You know, help me out there. But sometimes we tend to date people that is out of our expectation limits. Meaning, so we settle and we date out. We settle and we date out. Meaning, why do we not date with what's in our bracket, like financially, maybe even mentally, or just maybe demographically? Why don't we date within our reach? And I think it's because a lot of times, you meet someone and you're like, wow, he's very, very handsome. She's very, very handsome. And people would say things like this, well, this person, oh, I want to talk to this person because this person is very mean. Or I want to talk to this person because this person is very um, smart, too smart for me, or whatever the case is. So, but we tend to normalize um, dating people that is out of your lead. Lead. So we tend to date people uh, that we normally wouldn't date, and that's to me. I think that is a beautiful thing. It's nothing wrong with it. It's beautiful. But sometimes I have seen a female that was absolutely gorgeous, beautiful woman, and she dated a guy that's not so handsome. Not picking, because I think when God made you, He made you absolutely beautiful the way you are. There's nothing wrong with that. But I have seen handsome men date women that you may say, oh wow, what is he doing with her? She's nice, tight, very judgmental. I know we can be very judgmental, which is nothing wrong with that. I'm not against it. I think it's absolutely beautiful. And I think if the opposites attract, that to each to each his own. But what I mean is, like, we tend to hurt ourselves. We tend to feel like I can change this person. I can make this person feel like this. I can make this person love me. I can follow the trends, and these trends will help me. But they don't realize this person is maybe used to a certain standard. This person may have got with you for the wrong reasons. The intentions wasn't good, and here you are, used to dating, normal. We're just gonna call it normal, right? And then you find yourself dating a girl that is just wow, she has 3 businesses. She's really soaring high, and you may not be on her level. And then she tends to feel like, oh gosh, what was I thinking? I fell in love with him, but I'm used to a guy that can match my finances. I'm used to a guy that can match my swag. I'm used to a guy, and like I say, opposites does attract. It does. But when that guy that's kind of chose, the woman that's wow, he chose her and she chose him back. When if the relationship does not work for some odd reason, whatever the case is, he goes to another woman. And he sometimes, I have seen, like I say, this is my personal opinion, he would judge a woman that may be on his level. He would kind of look down on her. He would kind of be like, I'm used to a certain type of woman. A woman's used to me. And he would kind of make her feel like she's not adequate enough. She's not meeting up to his standards. She's just not that I'm gonna call her uh kind of woman that that is used to. So and that can hurt someone else's feelings. Just like I I believe that if we change the way we think, meaning if we before we start to date and get into these relationships, is he out of my lead? Am I out of his league? Is nothing wrong with asking yourself these questions. It's nothing, absolutely nothing wrong with it. Because if I use myself for example, if a guy is out of my league, I want to know offhand. I don't want him to feel used by me, and I don't want to use him. They be like, well, do you think of yourself low? No, it's not thinking of yourself low. It's actually thinking ahead. They would ask us, where do you see yourself, um, or whatever the case is, in the next 5 years. You don't want to see yourself in a relationship that you done been in that you are not happy in. All because you dated out of your league. If we're honest with ourselves, out of your league doesn't necessarily have to be necessarily looks. It can be multiple things. It can be religion. It can be, in religion is a big subject. Dating as I'm a Christian woman, and usually Christian women don't date Muslim men. These topics are kind of like maybe punch to the gut a little bit. But normally Christian women don't date Muslim men, or excuse me, I say myself, if that helps. But yeah, so it's not to mean, microphone internet is not to be controversial. It's just meant to, talk about some things that maybe could help us in our life. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. So that could possibly help us in our life and help me in my life. Do we have all the answers? We do not have all the answers, but we can kind of, take that time back, get to know a person, get to know a little bit about them, talk, communicate, get to know if they're nice or they mean, what gets them upset, get to know them, get to know if they are a kind of person that can be with you long term, or they have commitment issues. Is religion an issue? Is money an issue? Is just maybe the lack thereof, that can be far as, you know, not wanting to go on so many dates. You want to go on a lot of dates, whatever the case is, so just get to know that person and see, are you out of my lead? And am I out of your lead? Like, are we compatible? Do we make sense together? Like, can we sing a tune together? Can we harmonize together? Like, can we? So, just let's open our mindset to a bigger picture, a bigger view, and a bigger, wider understanding of relationships and compatibility, and just all kind of things. So just when you look at someone's lead, don't let it discourage you. Let it encourage you. Let it humble you and give you a peace of heart, knowing, okay, I'm doing the groundwork. I don't have all the answers, and maybe I have no answers. Okay. So this doesn't replace you going to therapy or, anything like that. This is just conversation, talking, and, like, comment, subscribe. But, this is just something in that order. So yeah, so just keep in mind, guys, when you are seeking dating, remember, put that at the top of your list. Is this guy too much for me? Am I too much for this guy? I pray that this video bless you. Thank you so much, guys.